Hi everyone, Lisa Haven here. Well, as predicted, the mainstream media, along with social media as well as Hollywood, have clamored up and gathered together in order to target voices in opposition to the leftist Democratic progressive pull. So much so that they're attempting to control the midterm election. And as a result, Republicans are basically terrified if the Democrats take the House in November. The reason I say that is because Republicans sat down and revealed that if the Democrats win the House, their sole agenda will be to attack President Trump and his policies, his initiative, and really him as a person. Their plans have nothing to do with saving America's freedom of speech or saving the American people or anything on the economy. Nope, their sole focus, should they take the House, would be to take out President Trump. And the Republicans are preparing for all out hell. This should be a concern to every single one of us, because if the main purpose isn't on the American people, and if the main purpose isn't on our freedom of speech right now in a battle where we are pushing every day for that freedom, then we can't put people in the House who stand against that freedom. Here's where they already have control. Check out this report. And this first one is found on pjmedia.com. 96% of Google search results for Trump news are from liberal media outlets. It goes on to report that PJ Media reports on how they themselves, the media organization, plugged in the word Trump news to the Google search engine, and it came up with a mostly liberal left media result. Now on the screen, you're going to see the chart. When they plugged in Trump news, you could see they had most of the results from who? Communist news networks, CNN. Next was Washington Post, then NBC, then CNBC, and so on and so on and so on. Case in point here is that if you Google President Trump, then you're going to get nothing but a bunch of leftist, liberal-leaning media reports and negativity on President Trump. And let's be frank, it's not going to stop, and it hasn't stopped with just Trump. Anything that doesn't fit their particular narrative gets downgraded, shadow banned, and so much information is spoken out against it. Say anything about geoengineering, and you become a conspiracy theorist, whether or not it's true, doesn't matter. Say anything about weather manipulation, specifically cloud seeding, that gets delisted, even though I've proven with countless number of documents that a lot of that does indeed exist. This is our freedom of speech under attack. And let me go back to something I've stated on my channel before, and many of you are already aware, but for those of you who don't, there are 6 media corporations who own them all. Check out this report from Business Insider. It's a little bit older, but I want to bring it back up. But you can see here's a graph here where it shows 6 media giants control 90% of what we read and watch and listen to. And those 6 are GE, News Corporation, Disney, Viacom, Time Warner, and CBS. And underneath all of those, you see the subcategories, including everybody from HBO to CNN to Fox News. Everything falls underneath those 6 heads. All, by the way, run by a bunch of billionaires. Billionaires like Jeff Bezos and his Amazon, and that's a whole topic for another day. But in addition to that, we should be really concerned about who we're getting our information from. It's imperative, because if you get it from one of the ones that are owned by the 6, are you getting a little bit jaded news, or are you getting real news? And see, if the Democrats take the House this November, they aren't worried about your First Amendment right. I've showed that multiple times. They're more worried about outing President Trump. Check out this report, and this is on Axis.com, put out August 26, 2018. Scoop, Republicans secretly study their coming hell. In this report, they detail what Democrats intend to do to try to take out President Donald Trump should they take the House majority in November 2018. Here are some of the probes that are predicted that the Democrats will attempt to do. And I'm just going to read these off. President Trump's tax returns. They're going to bring that back up and start attacking it. Trump's family business and whether or not they comply, right? Also, Trump's dealings with Russia, of course, the false narrative over and over and over again. The payment to Stephanie Clifford, also known as Stormy Daniels, James Comey being fired, Trump's firing of U.S. Attorney, Trump's proposed transgender ban for the military, Treasury Secretary Stephen Munich's business dealings, White House staff personal email use, Cabinet Secretary travel, office expense, and other misused perks, discussion of classified information at Mar-a-Lago, Jared Kushner's ethnic laws compliance, dismissal of members of the EPA Board of Scientific Counselors, the travel ban, family separation policy, hurricane response to Puerto Rico, election security and hacking attempts, White House security plans and clearances. None of their plans from the Democratic left include anything about, well, taking care of the American people. Doesn't include about standing for your First Amendment right, for your freedom of speech. It's all pinning and framing and going through Donald Trump's entire lifespan with the freaking needle until something comes up. What if we did that with Barack Obama? Republicans didn't do that, or Bill Clinton, or even President Bush in the past. All these people, none got the harassment and mistreatment that President Trump is getting today. If there was a battle of New World Order globalists and a deep state battle against a president, what would it look like? It would look exactly like what we see today with Donald Trump. You see, the Democrats, who are not Democrats, they're international, socialist, globalist. They're not concerned about you and I. They're concerned about getting rid of the voices that speak against them. So this is a warning. Send it to all your friends. Let them know the Democratic Party is gone. It's gone. Even parts of the Republican Party, but at least if you have to vote one in, vote the one in that's going to stand with your First Amendment right. Your children's lives depend on it. Their futures depend on it. Anyhow, I'd love to get your thoughts, comments, and concerns on this. What do you think? What's going to happen in the future if we allow this style of censorship to go on? If we allow 6 media corporations to run it all and allow the silencing of any alternative media voice, what is going to happen? Support the channels that give you the real news, whoever they are. Anyhow, thanks again for tuning into my channel. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.